Hello, my beautiful singles. Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you? I hope you're well. I just thought I would come by and drop a read for you here. I'm kind of behind on everything, but I felt like it was time to get out some bonus reads, some singles reads, maybe a collective read coming up. Let's find out what's going on for you, singles, collective singles. Let's find out what's going on for you. Please remember, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Let's find out what's going on in the singles universe here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, just like that then. We've got the Tower, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Two of Wands. Something is about to change. Someone's making a decision to make communication with you. Feels like the Tower is pushing a whole pile of energy at you. You're going to get some type of really swift moving. Something's about to change and shift really quickly here. And the Two of Wands tells me someone is here trying to make a decision about what to do. You probably already feel it, my friend. You could be a Pisces energy, could be the High Priestess. Maybe you are someone who is quite psychic, maybe a tarot reader, maybe someone who is dabbling in the esoteric, somebody who has this sort of energy about you. It feels like you already know about this Tower, or you feel the rumble in the distance, but it feels like the Tower is falling and it is going to bring swift change, fast movement, and some sort of decision-making process. Tell me about this. Tell me why the Tower is falling, first of all. Tell me why the Tower is falling for the singles. Ten of Pentacles is here with the Sun. And the Five of Swords. Look, somebody's not taking no for an answer here. You know what the breakthrough is here? It feels like, because when the Tower is here with the Sun, to me, that's like a major breakthrough. It's somebody's going through an awakening. Like, it feels like a major breakthrough about what they really want for the rest of their lives with the Ten of Pentacles here. Where's my longevity? What is going to give me stability, good health, wealth? What is going to take me into the next 10 years of my life, or the next, what kind of legacy am I building here? Somebody here is having some sort of a revelation or a realization. And the Five of Swords being here tells me that they are going to get it at any cost. They are never going to give up until they get it. So somebody here is now having a realization. The Sun is like, where do I need to grow? And so somebody's realizing what a jerk they've been. Like, I feel like with the Five of Swords, it is intrusive thoughts, right? So maybe they weren't really a jerk, but it feels like the intrusive thoughts are, I'm just going to show you the way these are sitting here. You can see the way he's like, oh, shoot. Maybe I was giving up, like maybe I was wasting my time on all of these thoughts that weren't really productive. I was fighting against the Sun. It feels like with the Ten of Pentacles being here, it feels like somebody is now realizing that something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. There's changes that need to be made right now. And so that means that there is going to be some movement here. Tell me about this movement. It could be a Scorpio that I'm talking about, maybe a Leo, or possibly it's happening in Leo season. We've got Taurus energy here as well. Oops, as Aquarius energy, Sagittarius, Aries. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. What sort of quick moving energy is happening? Something is happening swiftly, forcefully. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Somebody's been disconnected from the Queen of Cups. That could be you, that could be them. Take it as it resonates for you. Queen of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. It is Cancer energy. But it feels like there is somebody here who has a lot of memories with you. This person is somebody who you already know. They are somebody who's already in your wheelhouse in your life, and you are departed from them. It feels like you are no longer talking to them. This whole thing has fallen into disarray. There's a lack of emotion or a lack of love here, and we used to be very, very close. So this could be a friend. but I doubt it. It does feel like with the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups, it does feel like it is love. It does feel like with the Eight of Cups that somebody here misses you and they want to talk to you. And I feel like somebody here is no longer holding back. Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Somebody here doesn't want to hold back anymore. So that's what the Eight of Wands is. Tell me more about this. Somebody's feeling very deeply and missing you a lot. Missing the happy times you had. They're thinking about you. So if you've been thinking about them, that's why. Because they're thinking about you. There's the Two of Cups. We've got the Strength card. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Someone is going to try and find the courage to step forward because they feel like there probably still is a bond here. It feels like somebody here has turned their back to the connection. It feels like it could be the Queen of Cups, if that's you, or if that's them. So whoever the Queen of Cups is the person who has turned their back to the connection. And I think that the reason that they turned their back to the connection was so they could take a pause to find their courage and to also put a little work into themselves, into their emotional availability, into their emotional intelligence. I feel like there's somebody here who really needed to grow in terms of being available emotionally or being able to offer anyone anything. I feel like they were very confused as to why we stopped talking, but they still feel that there is a bond here. And so I think that this Tower is being caused by somebody who is really enthusiastic about connecting with you. What are they going to say? Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Judgment card. So they've been called to do this. They've been listening to the universe, and the universe is pushing them forward and saying, look, this has been over, but it can be resurrected. There can be a reconciliation here if you really want it. This person has been worried about the reconciliation because the Nine of Swords is here with the Judgment card. So it does feel like the universe has sort of been tapping them, trying to get them to at least, and if this person is not coming back into your life because they want to date you, it's so we can close a chapter and we can both carry on. It feels like there was unfinished business here, or we didn't close the chapter. It feels like everything was up in the air. We just stopped talking. There was maybe some ghosting, or it all fell into disarray. It feels like with the Nine of Pentacles here, that this person, I feel, is ready. And I think that they're ready, finally, feeling stable, feeling like they have enough independence, feeling like they are confident enough to be able to communicate with you. But it does feel like there is a lot of worry about the future and whether or not you will even speak with them. So the Judgment card is here, and I feel like somebody here is really scrutinizing themselves. They know what they've done. They just turned their back. This could have been a ghosting, y'all. They just turned their back. But they've never been able to let go of the connection. The Strength card is actually quite a sexual energy as well, and so there could have been a lot of there could have been a bond here, but the bond may have been intimacy. I feel like somebody here has grown up in their emotional state. It feels like somebody has really tended to their own garden and worked really hard on being emotionally available or learning how to connect with people emotionally. It feels like there was a lot of physical needs being met when you two were interacting with each other, but there wasn't enough emotional needs being met. And I think that this person is somebody who's now confident that they can meet the emotional needs of you. Tell me what the Two of Wands is, please. This is the action. I feel like somebody is preparing a plan. Someone's making a plan behind the scenes here. They're preparing a plan because they're wondering what this should look like. What does this look like now? Ten of Wands being in the reverse. This person is still carrying a lot of chaotic emotions with them. They're carrying around a lot of, it's a little bit of martyrdom. Like if this person feels terrible about what has gone down, but understand, I feel it's because of the awakening. they're realizing now what they've done. And in the moment when it was happening, I think they were trying to get away with it. I don't think that they were understanding that it was going to come back to them in karma and smack them in the face. I don't think that they understood that karma doesn't lose an address and always keeps receipts, right? And so it feels like there is somebody here who now is emotionally available, but this person is carrying around these deep emotional burdens. And it feels almost like I said martyrdom. And martyrdom is you don't really have to carry those, but you choose to do it as a punishment. And so it feels like this person has chosen to carry these emotional burdens with them until the time by which they can communicate with you and talk with you again. The artist card here is somebody who has decided that it doesn't have to look like what it looked like before. We can plan to make it look like something different. It doesn't have to be the way it was before. And in fact, I don't think it ever could be. I think this person has been really making big changes in their life, or they already have made big changes in their life here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Nope, sorry, 10 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. So they've done a lot of emotional healing here, and it's been hard for them to keep in balance. But I feel like now they're not looking for just a physical relationship. I feel like now they're looking for emotional connection, because we've got the King and the Queen of Cups here. This is somebody who's never really been able to let you go. There's been a bond here and they've never been able to let you go. I feel emotionally, it feels like you were kind, compassionate, and loving and really took good care of them, but they didn't give you any of that. I don't think that they could access it, to be honest. I don't think that they knew how to access it until the Tower showed up. Tell me what happened with the Tower. Because this person now is having a realization about what they want and who the long-term relationship is, but they fought with themselves a long time before they would allow the tower to fall, and I don't think they had a choice. I mean, you never have a choice with the major arcanas, right? And when the Sun and the Tower show up together, this person thought that they could fight off this awakening, but they couldn't. Yeah, this person probably, if I had to tell you something about them, it feels like they had an addiction or an obsession, and it feels like the obsession or the addiction was with probably sex. It feels like that there was an issue with this person having all sorts of people in their life. It feels like this person is somebody who that had addictions. Look, I feel like the addictions were probably to partying, to having fun, to finding new connections. It's like they always had to find a new connection, and they couldn't stay with one connection. But I think that they realized that it was the devil that had a hold of them here. And so the devil having a hold of them here, we've got the 6 of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Swords and the Fool. And so I feel like they realized that just having passion was hollow. It was a lie. It was a perversion of the truth, right? Because that's why the devil shows up, to try and pervert things, right? It's a perversion of a perversion of the Ace of Cups. And this person thought that they were finding, new love over and over again, but they weren't. They were finding the Queen of Wands, which is the person who is into passion, right? And in this type of reading, it feels like they were just finding a new person over and over and over again. And it feels like that person probably looked a lot like you, but didn't feel like you. They just want to get back to feeling the way they felt with you. But now they can give you what they couldn't give you before. And I honestly think that for some of you, this reconciliation means that somebody's coming back to close the door and say sorry. Now that I've learned my lesson, now that I've had my realization that I was in this devil energy, just doing the same things on repeat, on obsessive over and over and over again. And now that I'm in this Fool energy here, I just wanted to come back to talk to you, to tell you that 7 of Pentacles, that I really just want to work on whatever I can get. Like, I don't really even think that this person wants to be in love with you or date you for some of you. I feel like this person is wanting to have reciprocal energy with you. They want to have you in their life. We do have the Empress energy here, so they've realized what they've given up, right? Yeah, they realize what they walked away from. They realize they've walked away from the Empress. You could be a Libra or a Taurus. You don't have to be. And we do have the Eight of Swords. That's the realization that they've now got to be honest because they lost you. They lost you when they could have had a commitment with you because you were stable. Queen of Pentacles. You were stable. Hierophant energy. Yeah, they feel like they've lost you. Something has ended here. They're coming back to talk to you for sure. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Look, it's supposed to happen this way. So for some of you, you're going to let them back in, and I feel like you're going to see that they've had this growth. For others of you, I feel like you're probably maybe not even going to answer the phone. But I feel like the reason that this person, for most of you, that this person is coming back is to reconcile because they know that they caused you hardship and they've had this very big awakening here. That they realize now what they had been doing. And so now they want to come back to apologize and try and change things between you. Has it changed? Can we talk? We've got Justice here. Can we bring things back together? Three of Cups is the reconciliation or the happiness of coming back together again. So it does feel like this person is somebody who has realized that something ends, something else begins. It feels like they're going to be honest with you and tell you that they feel like they missed out. With the Four of Wands in the reverse and the King of Swords, they're going to tell you that they've made a realization that by not talking to you or just ghosting you or whatever it was, that they realize that they've given up the commitment. But I feel like they still want to have you in their life. What's the outcome? We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Swords, and we've got the Seven of Cups. Someone did have a mask, but they've been observing you from a distance, and they want to give you some energy should you decide to take it. So I feel like you are going to get communication. They are going to want to see you face to face, and it does feel like this Seven of Cups tells me that they have no idea what you're going to say. You're a wild card. They have no idea what you're going to say. So main players here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Libra and Taurus, the Empress. We've got Scorpio and Leo here. We've got Capricorn. We've got Sagittarius energy, Virgo and Pisces, more Sag, Scorpio. Yeah, it does feel like it's going to happen in Leo season with the Strength card being here. I feel like you will see them in Leo season or hear from them in Leo season, and they're about to tell you how they feel about the situation and how they were really confused about what they wanted, but they've had a chance to stop, hold back, listen, watch you from a distance, watch you glow up, watch you walk away, and I don't think that they're happy with that. Hierophant, they might be coming in for a commitment for some of you. For some of you, they do want the reconciliation. They do want to get back together and be happy again. They do want the commitment. They do want all of that with you, but whether or not you're going to do that, I think is really completely and totally up to you. It feels like this person is over the juggling though. I think that they've stopped juggling and now they're realizing that they want the Ten of Cups. But for some of you, they just want to be able to drop their burdens because now they've realized this realization is telling them that they're never going to be able to move forward if they don't at least come back and apologize. Let's find out who we're talking about here. Tell me who we're talking about. Give me some ideas about who we're talking about. We've got a Leo possibly, or it might happen in Leo season. We've got someone who is a mother, or possibly you are. Maybe you have a Leo mother, or they have a Leo mother. We have a Cancer. Maybe they have a Cancer mother, or you do. You could be a mother who's a Cancer or a Leo, or both. This, for some of you, is going to happen in the next 6 months. Possibly, yeah, an Aries season, right? March. What do we hear? Yeah, we are there. We are in August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So next 6 months or so. Possibly around Aries season. This person does feel familiar. They are a pleasure seeker, which means that they are very passionate. They have fun. They are a fun person. So maybe Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They are Virgo. They could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries rising. That's what the pleasure seeker is to me. Now is not the time. So I feel like for some of you, it's going to be in the next 6 months. It feels like they are moving really, really slow, as Virgo does. And they're probably really hard on themselves. They could be a Virgo energy or just like that energy. They seek clarity, which means that they could be somebody who is an air sign, but somebody who is highly intelligent for sure. And I mean, a lot of the signs, if not all, are highly intelligent depending on the moon and the rising, right? Let's get some more cards on the table for you here. For those of you who this person is coming from the past and they hurt you already, the reasons why they may not have been talking to or what they're thinking while they're apart from you, and no contact here. Can't do this right now. So it's not going to happen anytime soon. It really does feel like it's going to be in the next 6 months. I wish I could understand you. Someone feels like they can't. I'm stuck in visions of us together. Somebody can't let go. I feel like they are somebody who can't let go of the situation as it was. They don't want to let go. I can't make you happy. I feel like right now they are still working on themselves, as I said, holding back because they're working on themselves, but they still feel this deep connection. Stuck on you, right? Stuck in visions of us together. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. Somebody has grown up though. And I am the man. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, who's that? Sonreal. He has a song called I Am the Man. Maybe that's something you need to listen to. I don't know. This person wants to take charge, I think, as a masculine energy, whether they're a woman or a man. We've got drama. It hurts so much, and emotions overwhelm me. So I feel like they're still in the process of healing. I wish to be like you. You're the person that taught them how to be emotional. And I feel like right now it's out of control, but it feels like they're trying to reel it back in. It also feels like they're growing, but holding back while they're growing, knowing that this is a connection that they want back, but they're finding a hard time bringing this connection forward. I feel like they're still healing, and you might hear from them in Aries season. In the next 6 months, possibly. They are going to feel very familiar, but they will look very different. I think when they do come in, they're probably coming in for a commitment, is what it feels like with the Hierophant here. I'm going to leave that right there. Singles, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now. You be well. I was going to say be careful. Okay, well, I'm just going to go with that. Be careful, but be well, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.